Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the episode, welcome to another show. Because you're doing well, because you're having a wonderful day. For the last video of the day, I am so excited to go to sleep because it is early, but for me, late. So this is one of the most important episodes in the season 3 of Dexter. And you know what? There's a lot of things that I didn't talk about in the last episode, and a couple of the last episodes, so we're gonna talk about them because I kept them. So the reason why I did that is because the build up of this third season is very slow, and there's little hints in there, and there's little increments there. You're walking towards a you're walking so slowly, but you finally reach the thing. You finally reach the goal. I'm so tired. I should make this video, but fuck it. We only live once. YOLO, baby. So we have this killer. Now we know that he is a tree cutter, and it's thanks to Deb who noticed that every single crime scene had a tree, and people were cutting that tree. And they're like, okay, well, this is possibly the MO, and he observed the victim because they all the victim had somebody at the window, and we learned that they're bringing somebody to question, and that person to question says, no, I think it's that guy, and that other guy says, no, it's not me, I promise you, it's not me. So it's one of those two. And we later learn it's king, right? In this episode, he kidnapped Anton. We find Anton, and Anton confirms it's king. It sucks because they're kind of crossing a line. They bribe some tree cutters, and they're like, "Yo, cut those trees. That way we can make people." So the MO of the killer is to cut trees, and Quinn and Deb are. What was the word I use? Or they're bribing. They're bribing some tree cutters to cut the tree. That way, it seems like, okay, you're next. The guy freaks out and he gives out the name. He gives out, okay, well, this king is king is king is king. We think it's right because that guy, when the kill happened, he wasn't working, so he wasn't on shift, right? Now, second of all, we have Deb and we have Dexter, who isn't sure that this episode was really, really, really good. This episode, and it sucks because it was such a slow build up, but it paid off. For example, when Wolf died, right? Lagerta's like, yo, that person was my idol, was my teacher. I need to avenge her. I need to make sure that her memories and her way of doing things is staying. Her way of doing things is maintained. And I think it's very noble because that's what Dexter did. Dexter, we love him because of the Code of Harry, because he followed the Code of Harry. But we love the Code of Harry because it's a testament to his father and a love to his father, which Dexter doesn't seem able to. We have a very cool scene where Sylv and Rita are together a lot. They're talking a lot together, and she's always worried that Angel is that Miguel is cheating. We know he's not cheating. But then in episode number 9, you realize that, just like Dexter, he's becoming more distant. The only difference was he wasn't always distant. With Dexter, Rita was like, okay, well, this guy's distant. I understand that about him, so when he is distant, I'm not surprised. With Miguel, there's a complete difference. Miguel, the father, Harry, come back in a vision and said, hey, how could you be sure that somebody was killed? So he goes in, it's like Miguel promised him that he wasn't the killer. And the first reason is she tells Phil, she's like to Rita, she's like, yo, he didn't come back, and she's like, maybe he was with Dexter. And so I'd like, yeah, I was there with him. And Dexter said I was there at 12. I came back at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then Phil's like, no, Miguel came back a couple of hours ago. This morning. So we got this. The next one is Miguel says, Dexter asked him, do you know something about it? And then Miguel's like, no. And then he lied. And Dexter kind of freaks out. He kind of really, really freaks out. This episode is so good. And again, I'm sorry about the last episode where I didn't talk a lot. I didn't give a lot of details. First of all, I want you to watch the show. Second of all, when you watch those episodes together, they don't have a lot of meaning. It's a very small piece of puzzle, but now you're finally seeing the full puzzle, which is insane. We have Miguel, who lied to Dexter. And it's one thing, and that's the crazy man of Dexter. He didn't mind him lying to Silva because he lies to Rita. He minded Miguel lying to him. Like, yo, you lied to me. How could you lie to me? And it was a big thing for Dexter. So he's like, okay, well, if you lied about that, you lied about something else. So he goes to see the house of Wolf and finds some blood. Then he was like, yo, I told Miguel And then Harry's like, oh, for sure Miguel killed her. He wasn't there yesterday, and the blood is fresh. And then she said, "Don't worry, I told him the code, but I didn't tell him where to hide the bodies." And then his father's like, "Yeah, but you told him that you put those body in the cemetery." And then it goes, and there's 4 new grave, and one of those grave contain Wolf. So of course, Dexter calls it, and Dexter is really cool because he calls it in, and Miguel says, "How did you find it? How did you know? Was it something? Were you trying to scare me?" Dexter's like, "Nah, I'm just trying to put him in a message." So for Rita, it's the same, most of the same, but then this time, slowly but surely, she reassures Dexter. So during the season, Dexter's like, okay, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be a good father. And during the season, Dexter realized that he really loves Rita, and he loves the kid, and he's like, okay, well, I want to be a father. I want to try to be a father, but can I be a father and a husband already? So the problem with Rita and Dexter was that Rita believed that he was only that involved because of the baby, and Dexter was like, well, I want to be with you guys, but I don't know about the baby. So they both have a different mindset, but now they're coming together. Now Dexter is pissed at Miguel. We're getting more and more. We find Anton. We save Anton. I have the confirmation that again is the king guy that kills. That's the second part. The third part, which is the best, is Miguel comes in to offer and to say sorry to Silva, and she brings her flowers. And he told Rita a speech to make her believe that she was cool. And it's kind of funny because Dexter given a warning to Miguel, say, yo, don't fuck with me because I know your secret. And Miguel has more to lose than Dexter. And people are like, why isn't me? Okay. Dexter can blackmail Miguel. Why doesn't Miguel blackmail back? Because Miguel thinks that Dexter is his. Miguel thinks that Dexter is under his. He still believes in him, and the craziest thing is he tells his story to Rita, and he tells the same story to Dexter. That way, that way Dexter knows he's full of shit because he said the same answer to both, and it was just his go-to goal and go-to excuses. And what is brilliant about this series, what is brilliant about this season, and that's why, please understand why I don't put details. So in episode number 4, we have this girl who pretend like the guys are her boyfriend, and she kills him, right? And Dexter's not able to create this emotion, so he repeats after her. And now in season 9, in episode 9, he does the same thing, but that time it's Miguel. And then the whole episode is about Dexter freaking out and being like, holy shit, dude, I cannot believe it. Miguel lied to me. And then the second question that Dexter asked, which is amazing. Since when have you started lying to me? So the first time Miguel thought Dexter was a killer was for Freebo, and he said there's blood of Freebo on it. This links me to the murder, and I want to give you that shirt because I want to trust you. And the problem with Miguel is he's so cool, he's such a good friend, but he constantly pushes Dexter, and he pushes him forward, and he's just using Dexter, and it sucks. And then he give him the shirt, and he's like, you know what? You want to trust me? I'll give you something. I'll give you the shirt. If you give the shirt to the police, I'm fucked. I get arrested tomorrow. And that was there. If you go down, you have to prove that I'm going to go down with you. Right? And I'm not going to go down so you can trust me. So he tells, which is really cool. Dexter appreciated that about Miguel because Miguel says self-preservation. I'm going to look after myself before I look after others. And Dexter appreciated that because Dexter related to that. And then he examined the blood, and the blood isn't Freebo. It's a fucking cow. So Miguel has been lying since the beginning. Yeah, that episode is crazy. Now, I wish I could tell you more, but I haven't watched an episode, so let's go to sleep. Love you guys, peace. So fuck, I'm so excited.